everyone, I'm Lubomira and thank you for joining me. If you're visiting for the first time, welcome to my channel, and if you are returning, it's so great to have you back. If you like the things I share with you, remember to hit those like and subscribe buttons. By selecting that little bell, you'll get notified every time I post a new video so you never miss out on any of the crafty goodness. Today is day 11 of the 12 days of Christmas in November, and today's card is probably the most masculine card of the series that involves some masking using washi tape. Let's jump right into it. First, I went ahead and masked a 1/2 inch border around my card panel with posted tape. The posted tape serves as two functions, one to hold the card in place and two to create a nice crisp border. It'll also give me a place to leave my marks as I progress in this card. I usually use my craft mat to help me make straight lines, but when I want smaller measurements than a 1/2 inch mark, I bring out the T-square. Essentially, I'm creating a grid here. I place marks along the perimeter of my panel. These are random marks, but I make sure to place a corresponding one on the opposite side so I can make straight lines. I do this both vertically and horizontally. After my marks are made, I place down my washi tape. You can use whatever low-tack tape you have. This is a Recollections washi tape that I get from Michael's, and it's a 1/4 inch thick. With my washi tape in place, I ink blend the background using my mini distress ink cubes in the colors Spun Sugar, Candy Apple, and Aged Mahogany. After I'm done, I very carefully remove all my tape. I did get a small smudge on my border. I use a sand eraser to take care of that. use a precision knife to clean up the edges of my double-sided tape, but I'm careful not to cut through the cardstock. Next, I'm going to use embossing powder and foil to create some shine and texture in the background. I use various sizes of double-sided tape on my panel, similarly to how I placed the washi originally. Just like before, the posted tape serves to create a crisp edge along the perimeter of my card. I reuse the previous post-it tape to not be wasteful. Once the tape is in place, I remove one of the release papers and press a piece of foil on top of it. When I pull it away, I have a shiny foiled strip. The trick is to make sure to really press that foil into the tape to get a smooth foiled look. For the embossed stripes, I first prep the area with anti-static pouch and then remove the release paper. I sprinkle black embossing powder over the exposed adhesive and heat emboss it like I usually would. This creates a more textured look though. You could get a similar look by using striped stamps if you have them. I repeat the process for the bottom as well. I trim down my card base by 1/4 of an inch on each side and then move on to work on the elements for the front of the card. Off camera, I go ahead and stamp one of the little Santas from Mama Elephant's Little Santa agenda sets. I use Copic markers to color in the image. This is a tiny image, so I don't use as much shading or as many colors as I usually do. At this point, I start to put the card together. I created 2 foil sentiments for this card using the Cricut off camera. They say Santa is coming to town and sending holly jolly wishes. I make a black mat and attach it to my white card base using liquid glue. Then I use foam tape to attach all my parts, my sentiment, ink blended panel, and Santa, giving the card a little bit of dimension. Lastly, I add some black gems to give the card a little sparkle. And that's it. Did you notice there's no splatter in this card? I'm pretty sure it would have looked great, but this gives it a more modern, clean look. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Please don't forget to leave your comments below. I love hearing from you, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I hope you have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow for the last card of the series. Bye!